Cougar Sports Saturday.
It's complete and another touchdown!
Cougar Sports Saturday. A presentation of KSL Sports.
Left wing for three. He got it again!
BYU Sports Talk by Cougar fans for Cougar fans. Here are your hosts, Mitch Harper and Matt Baiamonte. On Utah's legacy home of the Cougars. KSL News Radio, 102.7 FM and 1160 AM.
Welcome back into Cougar Sports Saturday here on KSL News Radio, your legacy home of the BYU Cougars. Mitch Harper rolling solo with you today. Matt Baiamonte's enjoying Hawaii, but you know what? We're having a good time here as well. The Ultimate Sports Bash here in Sandy, the Mountain America Expo Center. It's been a great time. There's a bunch of BYU bounce houses for the kids and a bunch of BYU gear. You can get your game day football T-shirt as well at the BYU store. So stop on by the Ultimate Sports Bash. We'll get to some more football talk a little bit later in the show. Along with football players and basketball players, BYU baseball is represented here at the Ultimate Sports Bash right now. And joining me is a pair of BYU baseball players, Caysen Bell, right-hand pitcher for the Cougars, and then also Easton Jones, infielder for the program. How you guys doing today?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. Guys, how's so far the Ultimate Sports Bash experience been going for you guys so far?
It's been fun to see everybody out here, and it's cool. There's a lot of kids out here that are excited to see us. So.
How fun is it to interact with Cougar Nation? I mean, BYU fans are just so passionate. What's that like? What's that like for you guys?
It's awesome. It's awesome to see some of these fans out here, how diehard Coug fans they are. It's crazy to see. You know, we get to see it during season. We have really good. We travel really well. There's always Cougs fans no matter where we go. So it's awesome to get to meet them in person.
Easton, for you again. Joined by BYU baseball players Caysen Bell and Easton Jones here on Cougar Sports Saturday on KSL News Radio. I see you guys' polos. You're wearing BYU gear that's got the Big 12 patches on it. How was it when you go on the road and you're in Big 12 venues and BYU fans are there? What was that experience like?
It was pretty cool. It felt like every place we looked up into the stands, and there was a bunch of Royal Blue and Cougs fans for us waiting after the game, and so it was cool to kind of be represented, and it was fun.
First year in the Big 12, what lessons were learned? It was probably not the way you guys wanted it to go, but what were some lessons that you learned that you can take into year two that you feel like this program can improve being a power conference program?
I mean, yeah, it was definitely a learning curve this year. We knew the Big 12 was good, but we didn't know how good until we played in it. So it was good to get our feet wet and see what the conference has to offer, and next year we got to go into it and know what to expect and know how to get it done.
For you, Easton?
I think just another year on everybody is going to be big time. I felt like up and down our lineup last year was just full of freshmen and redshirt sophomores, and so just having a year under our belt in the Big 12, I think it'll show its face next year in the season.
So what takes place for BYU baseball in the summer? Like, what are you guys working on? I'm sure the coaching staff's been building out the roster construction, dealing with the portal and whatnot. I know they've had some commitments, but what are you guys as players, maybe your schedule, what you're doing during these summer months to prepare for the upcoming season?
A lot of our guys are either playing summer ball or kind of just staying home and staying in shape, working out. I know that there's some guys that are injured. Me and Caysen both have had a couple injuries we deal with, and so we're just trying to get healthy and get ready for fall ball.
And then fall ball, that's kind of like, for our listeners so they understand, like football, they have spring ball. You guys, so that's kind of like what you guys, with fall ball, what do you do in fall baseball to get you ready for the season?
Yeah. So it's a little bit different with baseball in the offseason. We don't get to go and scrimmage a lot of teams. We only can scrimmage 2 teams during the fall. So we do a lot of scrimmages against ourselves. Every week we're scrimmaging ourselves, just getting us ready for the spring.
How's it been with Coach Pratt and maybe his leadership of this program and seeing him kind of entrench himself as the face of this program? Just your thoughts on playing for Coach Pratt.
It's been great. Trent's a good dude. He's a great head coach, and he loves the game. He loves to win, hates to lose, just like all of us, and that's exactly what we need. He's just great at leading our program.
What about for you, Easton?
I love Trent. He's awesome. he really cares. He cares a lot about us as not just baseball players but people, and so that's cool. And also he surrounds himself with good baseball minds around him with all our assistants, Abe Alvarez, Tyler Coolbaugh, and Adam Law. So he's really put together good. We got something good going over here. So
talk with BYU baseball players Caysen Bell, Easton Jones here at the Ultimate Sports Bash in Sandy, Utah. Mountain America Expo Center. Come swing by and say hi to these guys. They were signing autographs a little bit earlier, and you know, along with BYU athletes like yourselves, there's also Utah here, and now they're conference foes. What do you guys think of having Utah now in the league? It's no longer just going to be a Tuesday night game. It's going to be a full weekend series with the Utes. How excited are you guys for that?
It's going to be pretty fun. I think there's going to be a lot of chirping, and it'll get pretty feisty out there probably. So
you guys got the upper hand though this past season, right?
Yeah, we were able to sweep them this year, but it's crazy. Those games are always the most energy. Everyone's a little bit fired up, so having a series is going to be fun.
Well, can you guys describe maybe the rivalry in is there a nastiness in baseball for the BYU Utah, or is it pretty cordial between the guys, but when you get maybe in the game it gets a little bit heated? Like, what's kind of the dynamics between the two programs on the diamond?
I know this year things got a little bit heated at the game at our field. Sometimes it can get a little crazy, but obviously we try not to get too nasty. But it's always going to be a rivalry. It's always going to be one of the best rivalries in college sports.
Did you grow up like as a BYU guy and had a disdain for Utah as a kid? Like, is that just in your soul, not liking the Utes?
I actually did grow up a BYU fan. My dad came to BYU. He wasn't an athlete, but we obviously love the Cougs. And as you love the Cougs, you're kind of taught to hate the Utes. So,
what about you, Easton? You guys are both from Lehigh, right?
Yeah, I'm from American Fork.
Oh, American Fork.
Yeah, growing up, like my grandparents and all them, they're all big, huge BYU fans, so we'd always go to those crazy football games, and it's awesome. You just, like you said, you grow up just hating Utah. So
the Big 12, I know we touched on it a little bit earlier, but just what do you think it's going to take to climb up those standings, you think, in year two, to just maybe be more in that race to contend in the Big 12 next season?
I think a little bit for us was right there. We lost a couple close, like one-run games, and so really I think for us is just a little bit of a depth thing. We get them. I think that we're going to bring in a couple more guys this year, and I think it'll help us out big time.
What about you, Caysen?
Yeah, I think it's important to just focus on taking each game one at a time. I think it's easy to get caught up in the standings and how many series we got and how many we need to win. And I think by focusing just on each game, each individual pitch, that's what's going to do it for us.
He's Caysen Bell, Easton Jones, BYU baseball players gearing up for another year in the Big 12 coming up next season, next spring. Looking forward to it, guys. Thanks for hopping on, and we'll talk again down the road.
Thank you.
Again, we'll take a break here from the Ultimate Sports Bash here in Sandy. Mitch Harper with you here on Cougar Sports Saturday. More after this.